It's okay. We know that you don't know the Bible. Did I just snot? Sorry.
Pharisee and her sister.
Oh yeah, I had to go buy her new pants because I ripped her
Same.
pants.
Full rip down the butt. Over there one time and I found a thumb in its cabinet.
The cop, came up to my car. We were doing donuts in the church parking lot.
She's getting in trouble.
Welcome back to the Hannah Williamson podcast. Today I'm here with Dorkface.
I'm leaving now.
I'm here with my sister, Kirsten. What's your last name now? I was about to say Williamson. She's not a Williamson anymore.
And what's Dorvich?
Wow. Tell the family how we pronounce your last name again.
It is spelled Teodorovici Todorovich.
I was like, how do you pronounce it? She's like, here's
Bam.
how you spell it.
They gotta know.
Say it slow for us.
T-E-O.
No. Let's not spell it out. No, like, how do you pronounce it? How do you pronounce your name?
Todorovich. So it's like basically, are you laughing at my husband's last name?
No, I spelled Olipop on me.
Okay.
Listen,
this is actually growing on me though.
Oh, that's good. She used to hate Olipop.
Seriously.
She used to eat really bad.
I did.
And we always used to tell her, like, Kirsten, you're gonna get cancer. No, that's so bad.
She talks about power in the blood, but then she jokes about me getting cancer. I just want to let you guys know that. Just so you know.
Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. You're not gonna get cancer. It's a joke. Sarcasm. Okay, anyways.
The fool utters all his mind.
Hey, the Bible does say, from the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks, though.
Man, I really wish I could have flowed with scripture there, and we could have just kept that going back and forth.
It's okay. We know that you don't know the Bible. Okay, I'm sorry. These roasting.
We might as well just call this the Pharisee and her sister.
Are you doing sound effects?
That's the best.
I'm crying. Yeah, I was like, why is Gabe just like smashing the soundboard?
I did. I kept hearing this in the background. I'm like, bro, chill. Okay.
We would say something funny and he's just like, that makes sense. He's
Like
doing
those people, they do like the clicking when they think something's funny. It's just like,
why are you doing this?
Yeah. I can't even click with my left hand.
You're calling it clicking? It's snapping.
Snapping.
I'm crying.
It's okay.
Okay. So anyways, sorry Gabe, you're doing a great job with the sound effects.
Yeah.
So we're talking about today on the podcast embarrassing church stories, growing up as pastors' kids, growing up in ministry, like any stories that we have. So Kirsten, do you want to go first with the thumb story?
The thumb. Okay.
We can't mention names.
No names, but
And give a little context.
I will.
Yeah.
But I kid you not, when she asked me about stories, it's like you have so many over the years that you joke about and you hit each other like, hey, that one time, and then you die laughing. And then today when she asked me, I was at work all day trying to think of stories and I couldn't. But we were just reminded right before this of, so I guess it was our pastor's, like, just somebody that was working for him. Like, hold on. Let me just tell you, like, how I found this out, though. So, like, we would all, like, go over there, like, we would, hang out.
Basically, you guys would go over to the pastor's house all the time.
Yeah, like not
all you, like you and like youth group kids.
Yeah, like we would chill, like, and we would have late night conversations of just different things, especially if you're like with the pastor's like extended family, that a bunch of family there. And so we were like talking about kind of just how like hectic he is sometimes and just how like a bunch of crazy things have happened. And this one kid was like, yeah, I was over there one time and I found a thumb in his cabinet. And it was literally a jar.
So you guys found it, or he found it?
He found it.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, and so he just randomly brought it up and showed us
Did he have a picture?
Yeah, no, he showed us the picture, and it was just floating, and it literally had the guy's name, and it said like, we'll just say, I think it was like Todd's thumb, and so
That's not his actual name, right?
I don't think so.
She's like, what's wait?
I don't know. The one time I actually get something right, it would be Todd's thumb.
And everybody on social media is like, we know who it was.
It comes up,
we know
like,
a Todd without a thumb.
I know who that was.
Listen, if you don't have a thumb, we support you.
Okay, listen. I don't think you know how hard it would be actually not to have a thumb.
This is so bad. We're not laughing at this. We're not laughing at it. Okay. Oh gosh. Should we cut this out?
He's like, no.
I'm like, should we cut this out? Is this bad, y'all? Okay, go ahead.
Anyway. So we were all, I mean, this was like super late. We're all like sitting in the driveway of our parking lot of somewhere. Oh. Anyway, long story short, don't need to know the details. But we're all like, we need to figure out whose thumb this is.
Did you look him up?
No, yeah. So we all got on Facebook, all of us, because like it's like all order people. So we figured, Facebook is the right way to go.
Y'all be in the FBI?
No, we did. And so, of course, it was the women who found him. So
yeah, it's always the women. Gotta say, guys, not that you're not good at stalking, but women, they're the FBI when it comes to social media. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Only need a first name.
Listen, yeah, you give me a first name.
We actually did it with only a first name. It was just Todd.
You found him?
Yeah, no, we found him.
You found Todd?
Yes.
The thumbless man?
So we saw like 30 mutual friends of people at the church, and we were like, that has to be him. We went to his pictures, scrolled through, and we just saw
no thumb.
He literally, in pictures, had his hand down. I mean, no thumb. So, and we were like, that's him. It was the same name.
Why did our old pastor have somebody's thumb in a jar in his cabinet?
I think that he asked him about it, like kid that found it in his cabinet, and they were like, what is this from? And I think he said that he was working at his house and he cut it off like when he was working there, because like he would have a lot of people, like he was a really nice guy, like and he just come over and help out or pay them to do stuff around the house. I guess. And he just kept it, and they just said he's just like that, and just was like, well, I'll keep your thumb. So it was pretty well preserved too.
Ew.
And from the Facebook photos, it had been a while since that thing had been cut off. So
wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyways, so let's go into our...
Sorry, the Pharisee's coughing.
I would slap her right now. Gabe is still having his sound effect while in the background. He's like...
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, so... now I don't know why I'm coughing so much right now.
Ugh.
Anyways, so next embarrassing church story. I was at a church outreach back in 2021, and it was a bunch of like influencers and people that you just feel a little bit more nervous around.
Hannah has just gets a little nervous around people. Every time she leaves for a trip, she's like, Kirsten, I just don't think I should be going. It's just so many people. Should I even go? Will you go with me? Should I go? Should I get a new outfit? I should.
I do get new outfits every time I go.
She does.
Places. Yeah, it's really bad. Kirsten's exposing me today. But yeah, so I was at this outreach event, right? So we were holding this outreach event for Gen Z with a bunch of Gen Z influencers, and I was like nervous because I was a little nervous guy. And
hopefully not a guy.
Honestly, nowadays, never mind. Yeah, I'm a girl. I'm definitely a girl. I'm not gonna make that joke.
Was this like the trips that they would, or conferences they would put together with the guy that dressed like George Washington or something?
Yeah, it wasn't George Washington. He was dressing as the revivalist George Whitefield. Yes, shout out to Jordan.
I thought it was presidents that he was dressing.
No,
he
was dressing up as a revivalist.
It's George Whitefield.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the revivalist guy.
Yeah, I know. Her dad was Brent Williamson.
That's true. Our dad always did teach us revivalist.
Yeah.
So basically, I don't keep feeling I have to cough. Hold on. Okay.
We'll get to the point of the story someday.
You are a turd nugget. Okay, so basically I was like behind the booth working, and we were cleaning up and putting stuff away. Oh, you guys might know the influencer. Her name is Sia. So her content is all over social media. Bless her. She helped me in this situation. I feel like her and Mackenzie Truex was there. I can't remember. But anyways, I bent down behind the booth to get something. We were cleaning up or whatever. And all of a sudden, I just hear, psh, and then I felt the wind. I felt the wind.
The fact of how many times you rip your pants. I feel like that's been like the third time in your entire life.
No, it has only happened
no.
twice. It's only
I
happened
swear,
twice.
you have had like little holes. Like, but the fact of like, nobody usually has a hole ripped down the butt. I mean, nobody in their entire life. That's like the movies things, like the little old cartoons, and it's just like, shh, and then it's like chaos. But Hannah's just like, family group chat, I ripped my pants, and you just see a picture pop up of her. It just like, shh.
Okay, insert photo on the screen of your reaction when I FaceTimed you recently because I ripped your pants.
My reaction wasn't nothing. It was Sunday, and I was trying to keep my holiness about myself that she just
it's hard
ripped.
For you, right?
Yeah, it was in that situation. It was like 8:30 in the morning, and I'm sitting there doing my makeup on the way to church, and I find out she rips my week-old new pants, which I'm actually wearing them. See, this is how much I love them.
Oh yeah, I had to go buy her new pants because I ripped her pants.
Pair. These are not the ripped ones, of course, but you know.
Yeah. I ripped the pants that she's wearing now, and I had to buy her new ones. But yeah, so then I felt that happen, and there's a bunch of guys around as well, and I'm like, oh gosh, what just happened? And it was a pretty weak pair of jeans, let me tell you. Like, it's the weak jeans.
That's what she claims too, is always weak jeans. If she can't fit into it, then it's weak.
I am a good person to ask what brand of jeans to get, let me tell you. Your face.
Okay.
So I would say, anyways, never mind. I'm not going into that rabbit trail. So basically, I had to look at the girls, and I was like, can you come help me? Like, I was like, get over here. And they're like, what? Like, what happened? I was like, I split my pants. I like split them in half. It was so bad. And the girls ran out to their car. They got me like a t-shirt, like a huge t-shirt. And I think I put it on or like wrapped it around my waist or whatever. And I had to like walk out to my car and leave in front of everybody. We were at this like big church in front of all these people. And everybody, they watched me walk out to my car with ripped pants with like something like tied around. It was like a t-shirt, so it looked really funny.
Your fears of not going to those events because of something happening were true.
It came
Maybe
true
that's
that day.
Why.
Yeah, I think that's honestly trauma. It's
everybody nowadays. I have trauma. Sorry, it's just trauma. I think my social anxiety is too bad to go out tonight. Sorry. I can't stand that. I can't.
We can talk about trauma culture. Some people do have trauma, but for those who don't have trauma,
they do.
The word trauma is overused nowadays.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The victim mindset is just...
The victim mindset is victimine.
I mean, we've all been there, you know? But...
Oh, I've been there.
Says the Pharisee herself.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's talk about the story where we were at church. Our dad was the pastor of this church, and we were hanging out with all of our friends, and I was probably a teenager at the time. You were young.
I was young.
You were 5 years younger than me, so you had to be, were you like 8?
I was not, that was in Hillsborough, and the church had been going for a couple years, and we didn't move out of Xenia till I was 10. So that was...
I don't know.
Definitely like you.
You were a young buck. I meant to say young buck. She's
called me a turd, butt, rude, idiot, and she literally begged me all day to be here. So that's how it goes for me and her first relationship. Why do I stay?
Cut the show.
This is just how it is.
Thank you so much for going on this podcast. I literally did like beg her all day to be here, and she said,
I literally was like, I can't help what time I get out of work, and she was like, I'll pay you. And I'm like, I can't tell my boss, hey, my sister said she'd pay me if I leave work. Like, she doesn't understand a full-time job. I get that, but like, it's kind of rough. Anyway,
there's so many things I could say right now. I feel like this whole podcast is just gonna be you roasting me. Okay, so
I have to do one where it's not, or it's actual stories and not roasting. Okay, anyway.
So yeah, we're gonna get into the story. I would like to say that we both did grow up as pastors' kids, so we were sermon illustrations a lot.
I mean, it's just the basic things you hear.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh wait, tell about your time about Pro Presenter.
Okay. So my dad's up there. I had a rough day at Pro Presenter. Again, like I was young and I had been running the Pro Presenter. We didn't have many options there. Like I got like decently good at it and I learned it because like I had to with it being like an older church. Yeah. There's no other options. So I was up there and it was probably my first couple months of doing it, okay? And with like hardly anyone teaching me.
Hello?
Hey, Hannah, this is Dasher. Which apartment are you
on? I'm at...
She's getting in trouble.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so I thought that was just the building number. Okay, I'm coming up.
Okay, thank you.
Who is that?
Okay, bye. That was my DoorDasher. They were bringing an order for me that I needed for my trip tomorrow. She does. So sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. It's typical.
Okay, just
perfect. Okay.
You're too far away from me. I can't push you.
She can't abuse me from over there. It's okay. I like this chair. So my dad's up there. I had a rough morning. Okay, the slides were not going up as fast as they could. Yeah. I was tired. You know, I was at that age at 13 where I was like, I didn't really care to be at church. I kind of was just there because I didn't want to go to hell, and like. Everyone goes through that time, you know.
Yeah,
I was doing it.
I've been through that time, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
so
real.
I'd been up
Comment
till like
that's real.
It's real.
It's real.
I've been up till like 2 a.m. and I was just sitting there slugging it. I did like, and you know why I like doing that? It's because like I actually got to do something in church rather than just like sit down there. I was like I could actually be distracted. Like that's how
I feel like I have a relationship with Jesus because I'm doing Pro Presenter.
Exactly. I was like, yeah, this will get me to heaven right here. I'll be good to go. So,
okay, who's the Pharisee now?
No. Pharisee? I am exposed. I'm done. That would be a Pharisee when somebody actually gets real and open about truths. They just slander them. Anyway, so okay. So my dad gets up there.
I'm so sorry, Kirsten. Do you forgive me?
No.
Anyways, go ahead with your Pro Presenter story.
So he gets up there and
did I just snot? Sorry, go ahead. I feel like I just had snot shoot out of my nose. Go ahead.
Kylie, it's time to leave.
Go ahead.
Okay. They're gonna be so annoyed by the end of the story that it didn't get finished.
Just hurry up. Go. So sorry.
He gets up there and he says basically, and it's like, you know, it's not like super small, but points up to the sound booth and goes, sorry if, you know, y'all couldn't sing the words this morning or was a little late. My daughter up there just isn't very fast, or so I don't know what's going on today. And I'm just sitting up there just like, yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
Thank you.
Thank you. My only way to heaven is now also
it's also taken from me. I did a bad job at trying not to go to hell.
There goes my relationship with Jesus.
Yeah, it's gone.
That's so funny. Wow. Okay, let's end this out with one last story. So we were doing donuts in the church parking lot.
And yeah.
This is the story I tried to bring up earlier, but we just went down on 50,000 rabbit trails.
Mm-hmm.
But we were in the church parking lot and we were doing what?
Donuts.
I
mean, they were mild. Like half of us were girls. So I mean, like, you know.
I know, but like there was like the guys driving as well. I feel like they were going more crazy, but the girls, I was not going crazy. I was just kind of driving in little circles.
I just saved you a burp right into this mic. Anyway, yes. The men were going a little bit more crazy.
Yes. I was just kind of like, you know, like I'm spinning like a ballerina song, like I'm spinning like a ballerina. Like that was me going in slow motion trying to do donuts.
And like, so we had a lot going on at that church because there's a lot more younger people, and like we were bumping, like it was all youth running the sound system. We had so many youth events, all kinds of stuff. And it was like an old tire like warehouse thing. So it was like, I mean, it was a fun time. It was a good time. And there was lined behind that church an elderly neighborhood. And so they would call us on everything. Like every week they called.
Music's too loud, call.
Yeah.
911. Like literally our music was too loud because it was this metal building and they would call on us. Like they literally called 911 on us. And then there was, so the time that we were doing donuts, we were like, you know, whatever, doing donuts in the parking lot. And like, we weren't being too crazy, but the cops got called on us. And the cop, you know, came up to my car and he's like, hey guys, so were you doing donuts? And my friend in the passenger seat, she looks at him and she just goes, what are donuts?
And these are people that like, they're just like keen on their, you know, they're used to like, you just she even said, you just play the dumb blonde card. She was blonde, so she said it herself. Okay, I didn't. I know I'm brunette. I can't say that.
Yeah.
But
so then she's like, what are donuts? And he's like, you know, like donuts. And she's like, what are donuts? And he's like, you know what? You guys just be safe. Have a good night.
He's like, I'm done.
He left us alone, but we were so scared. I was like shaking. I was like, can you talk to him for me? I'm too scared, even though I was the one driving. Because I hated getting in trouble.
She did.
I always had to be like goody two shoes. Yeah.
And then me in the other car with the other group of people.
I feel like you would be exhilarated to get in trouble.
Yes.
If you went to jail.
I'm just.
You wanted to go to jail.
I did. I've always wanted to go to jail, but like it slowly changed over to like a good reason. I thought I could like, you know, like see how one night in jail would be, maybe like evangelize to some people. And dude, shout out though if anyone has like prison ministries. I really want to get into that.
Call Kirsten. She wants to spend some time in jail.
Call me, please. Okay. But yeah,
hopefully this reaches the right audience.
Hopefully not that kind of prison. Okay.
That's so funny.
The car I was in, they had trash bags full of leaves, just all in the car. Like it looks so.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, it looks so jank. And the police officer was looking at everyone's cars as he came up to me, like looked in ours, and I'm sitting back there on top of them.
Wait, didn't they hide you or something?
No, they weren't trying to hide me. It was more just like we were all just trying to stay very still so he didn't start just like going through. So like it looks suspicious, but they were literally using it for like paintball.
Oh, paintball.
Fights.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
that makes sense.
Yeah. But anyway,
well,
I do now have to go.
She has to go.
Bro, we gotta go.
Well, it was great having you on this podcast. Kirsten has to get it. Well, she has to get to church.
Here.
Speaking of church,
I have chocolate chip pumpkin muffins in the car.
Yes.
That need to get taken.
And everybody who is in this room right now needs to get to church. Actually, Hannah's the only one not going to church tonight because I'm a heathen.
What a Pharisee.
I am taking a trip. I have to fly out tomorrow. I have to be at the airport at like 6 a.m. So that's like why I'm not going to church. But at least everybody else here is safe. So that's great. So thank you for watching the podcast. Kirsten, what was your thoughts?
This was pretty good. I feel like we took a long time to get to thoughts, but you know, this is what happens when you new to a podcast and just throwing it together in a day. And I think it'll be good.
I feel like this was great. I think yeah. I think this is guys. If you want to see more of Kirsten on the podcast, where we talk about random funny stories, and just comment down below and let us know, what you want to see.
The people always want to see me, Hannah.
If you don't want to see Kirsten anymore, let us know. Or if you don't want to see me, like if Kirsten should just take over the podcast, I think that's another option. Yeah. Maybe even though it's the Hannah Williamson podcast, we could just change it up. The
Todorovich podcast.
Yes. That's really sad. I remember holding your hand on your wedding day back in October of this year and just being like, this is our final moment of you being a Williamson. And I was like crying.
Yeah, she kept trying to make me cry with that, but technically I'm literally still a Williamson. I have a Friday.
You're changing your name on Friday?
Yeah.
So that's crazy. So you're still a Williamson right now. But not actually, because you're married. Yes. All right, well, everybody comment congratulations to Kirsten and Austin for getting married this year.
Thank you.
And thank her for being on the podcast, because it took me a lot to get her on here today.
I'm a busy woman.
She's a busy woman. She's married now, so that's great.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay.
All right, I love you, sissy.
I love you. Love you, people.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. God bless you guys. And let's get this generation back to biblical truth, all for the glory of Jesus. Say peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out.